Hello and welcome to the National Veteran Small Business Coalition Charlie Mike series. Again, we are so thrilled to have Anatalia from Kanda Consulting here, and she is kicking us off with our Byte Size trainings, and her topic and expertise is all around proposals. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Anatalia, to lead us into number 3. This is just amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I am just thrilled to be hosting this mini series of bite-sized trainings for NVSBC. In this video, number 3, we're going to talk about lessons learned and how to use them to improve your process and strategy. First, I'm Anatalia Macik, founder of Kanda Consulting. I've been in the business development space for over 15 years, from large integrators, small 8As in environmental engineering, IT, marketing and communications. I've supported international, commercial, and federal clients. So as you can imagine, there are very few types of proposals I've not seen. I've also hired and managed proposal teams from super small, just one other person, to as large as 20 people across the country. This job is my passion. I love the work that I do, and I'm so happy to be sharing some of my insights with all of you. So once you submit a proposal, the pressure is off, but the work is not done. First, you should review the process that went into proposal development. This includes the primary proposal contributors, those individuals who spent, we'll say, 8 hours or more on content development, reviews, pricing, strategy discussion, every area that led to a complete and compliant bid. There are multiple reasons why you want to include the entire bid team in this session, including team building, improved communication and trust, and ultimately a better process for everyone. The lessons learned process can take any shape that works for your team as long as collaborative and constructive discussion is created. For short-term bids, subcontracting efforts, or generally smaller bids, you may just issue a survey. For large strategic bids, a formal meeting with slides or some type of presentation may take place. The objective is to get honest feedback across the proposal development process areas. These include communication, tools that were used, content development, content reviews, pricing engagement, even teaming. There may be additional topics important to your team like staffing and recruitment engagement, contracts communication, or executive involvement. Based on your process, determine the critical areas that may need improvement and stick to those topics for at least a year. This will help establish where you're improving or not, and what trends may exist that lead to failures or success. Consistency is a key aspect of any process development or improvement plan. If you're only conducting lessons learned once in a while, you may miss important trends. However, it's important to be flexible as well. Use informal feedback or surveys when it's appropriate. Just be sure to include the same topics as a formal meeting. You may also consider getting feedback from teaming partners or consultants. Their broader perspective can give you valuable insight into how your process does or does not work, though I would not include them in a wider internal team meeting. And whatever the feedback is you receive, consider it and implement what makes sense. Your lessons learned session may have follow-up discussions to problem solve critical issues. Acting on the feedback received, though, it will build trust within the team, which fosters better communication, which helps improve the process organically. But there's one more lessons learned session that should happen for each bid. Once you get a win-loss notification and subsequent debrief, gather the decision makers on the bid to review the debrief feedback and how to improve your future solutions, pricing, staffing, etc. I am aware that many debriefs they leave a lot to be desired. You may only receive the awarded price and evaluation ratings, but even that can be helpful. Align your strategy lessons learned to your customer's evaluation criteria. Dissect the ratings and any information that has been provided. If you have a strong rated technical approach and a weakness in your staffing, where did those two lose their alignment? Are there opportunities to improve the development to keep their strategies and approaches in sync? Talk through the specific technical and staffing strategies that led to the customer's evaluation, the good, the bad, or the ugly. Did your teaming partners contribute to your success or to a loss? Having a documented review can help when making future teaming decisions. When it comes to pricing, were you the lower or higher price? Were you within the range or not? And by how much? What strategies were used to get to that price, and how strong was the final price submission, whether it was a win or a loss? In the case of a win, you probably won't see any of the losing prices, but the key metric there is that it was a winning price. And finally, consider your overall capture process. Were there strategic decisions that helped or hurt your proposal evaluation? Document those and come up with an approach to mitigate the negative, and maybe develop some templates or standard operating procedures that will help replicate the good. Don't leave the bid strategy to just one person. Leverage everyone's feedback to create plans and processes that will support more wins for your team. All right, before we close this session, let's first highlight some common pitfalls to avoid. Neither of these lessons learned sessions should be blame or venting sessions. The idea is to host a collaborative discussion to work through how to win more business. It can definitely be demoralizing and decrease participation if these sessions don't appear to have a tangible impact. When feedback is received that can be acted on, do so and let the team know how that feedback is being used. You'll have more involvement and engagement in the next round. Do not use these sessions to call out specific people, even if a specific person is at fault for something. Instead, point to the processes and strategies, decisions, and communication that led to that specific person's impact. And that's for negative or positive situations. All right, that's the end of this session. We've reviewed the important role that lessons learned sessions can play in improving your processes and strategy, and we discussed what mistakes to avoid. But if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Thank you so much, Anatalia. Snippet number 3 was amazing, and I am waiting with bated breath on our next Byte Size number 4 coming up in the very, very near future. Stay tuned, everybody. Thank you for dialing in for this session.